everybody, and welcome to another episode. Doesn't seem like they should be called episodes. Welcome to my show. Now I feel like I'm on a home cooking channel or something. Anyway, Dream Girl Trucking, and it's not just for girls, it's for anybody who has a dream, whether they're working their dream or dreaming about their dream or whatever they're doing. Just go for it. That's the thing. Life is short, and people who succeed, they succeed because they failed over and over and over again. So, hey, even if you fail, eventually you're going to succeed. Just look at it as a learning lesson. If you want to do something, go do it. That being said, I do have to disagree with all the people who are buying trucks these days. It's a terrible idea, in my opinion. Like, what if you went down the street and there were 15 restaurants closing on that street? Would you open a restaurant on that street? I mean, really, some of the restaurants have been there for 10 years, and some of them just started, and some of them are big restaurants that, got really popular and had great reviews, and, but they're all closing. Would you really open up a restaurant on that street? Really? Your first restaurant, like, you somehow know more than all the people whose restaurants are closing on that street, like through osmosis or something. I don't know. Anyway, I would open up a trucking company, but I would not do it right now. Right now, I would just learn everything I can about it, because you got to learn accounting. You want to find out how much it's going to cost for your back office. You want to get people in place. Is it just going to be your spouse helping you? Is your spouse going to give up their life or their job to help you all the time? Or what are you going to do? How are you going to get dispatched? How much do the load boards cost? Are you going to lease onto somebody? Well, call some companies and see what they've got going. And things change, so you might call 8 different companies, and they'll tell you stuff, but by the time you get ready to start your trucking business, things have changed. But at least you know who had the better deal, whose deals just suck, and you don't want to call them when you do get ready to do anything. So, speaking of which, I changed jobs and I went to work for Bay & Bay. I'm a company driver because they're not doing lease purchase out of my area. I live in the Fort Worth, Texas area, and they're not doing lease purchase out there, which, okay, cool with me, because I could use insurance for a while and, to get caught up on my taxes. So that's okay by me. I'm still running reefer, Bay & Bay. I saw one dry van parked on the yard in Denton, but the rest of them are all reefers. So, and it's 55 cents a mile, including bonuses. We'll see if I make bonus, safety bonus, fuel bonus, blah, blah, blah. And then after 6 months, it goes up to 60 cents a mile. So that should be okay. And they said I could convert over to lease purchase later on if I want to, but I doubt that I will, because their lease purchase, you have to pay a big down payment, and I do not intend on paying off a truck. I am going to be 60 years old in December, and I don't want to start a trucking company at this time. I might get 1 or 2 trucks, but I don't want to spend the next 3 to 5 years paying for something that, it already had miles on it when I got it, whatever. With a down payment, the odds of me not paying it off is just a waste. So, if I want to do that, I might go somewhere else, but it just depends. Right now, I'm just doing this, but I had to get away from that other company because I got 3 paychecks, not in a row. Like, it would be like every other check and sometimes every 3rd paycheck. But it got to where I was getting negative paychecks too much of the time. And my boss was like, oh, from the time I went to work there, oh, we're just in survival mode. The haul rates are so bad, blah, 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 blah. Okay, fine. I thought, I could still make a living. And I did for many months. I did good, because this just started in like March. And I got one for negative $1,000, one for negative $650. And then the last one was negative $250. Which my next check, always, made up for that, plus I still had some left over. But dang, I got to averaging it out over the weeks, and I was living on $200 a week. I said, I got to get out of here. So one of the guys that watches me on my YouTube channel, Angel, He calls me on the phone. I don't even remember how I gave him my number, but anybody who Googles my name can have my phone number because I'm an insurance agent, so I answer the phone for everybody. So if you feel froggy and you want to Google me and get my phone number, I don't care. Not like anybody's going to stalk me. I'm never home. I'm an over-the-road truck driver, Even when I am home, I hit the door running. I park my truck, I run in the house, I get whatever, and I leave, and I don't come back till after dark. Then I got to get up the next morning, and I got to go here, and I got to go there, and I'm very popular, and I got a lot of friends, and they all want to see me, and, I don't ever get to see everybody. My family, I get to see my family, and I love seeing my friends and being very, very social. I'm very social. And what's weird about me is that, and this is important if anybody's watching this who hasn't driven a truck, you have to be cool with being by yourself. So I'm always like, people say, oh, I wish I could drive a truck. I don't know if it's the right thing for me or not. Well, I'll tell you what, if you are in prison and you got sent to solitary confinement, would you be happy or sad? I'd be happy. I'd be like, woohoo, me time. Whatever. I can always think of something to do or sleep. Oh my God, I'm a good sleeper, man. I just sleep. I'd be like Rumpelstiltskin. I'd wake up and my hair would be like down to my butt crack again, and it'd be in dreadlocks. Little mice would be my friend. I got this friend, she has pet mice. Little mice would be my friends, because I like animals. And right now I'm not real crazy about mice, but if I'm in solitary confinement for a long time, I might be crazy, and then I'd be crazy about mice, right? Well, so that's how you know if you might make a good truck driver, if you think you're the type that would have a mouse for a friend. Anyway, Bay and Bay. Okay, so the orientation is 3 days, and they pay $300 for orientation. And I was the only company driver in there. There were 4 of us. The guy next to me was formerly a broker for TQL, and he hated it. And then there was a married couple, and they were supposed to drive 2 different trucks. And I'm like, well, are they at least going to dispatch y'all in tandem, to the same place? And they said, well, we don't know. Well, within the 3 days, they had already, because she had never been out by herself, so she was real nervous about that. And but she'd been driving for quite a while, but always with him, and he asked his wife to come out and help drive, so they came from KLLM, and KLLM, they said, did a weird thing with their lease purchase, because there was 2 of them. I guess, I don't know, they were married or co-drivers. I don't know if they do this every time there's a team, but each member of the team had a full truck payment, so that it was too much, with their bills and everything, which, I don't blame them. When you team, you expect to make more money because you're teaming. You don't expect the company to take it away from you as quick as they can, but that's what a lot of these lease purchase companies do. However, I have family members who have actually paid off trucks and have trucks from the lease purchase. More people I know who do lease purchase tend to trade in their trucks and get another one and start over with their lease. Some people at John Christner, when I worked there, they just do it over and over and over for years and years and years. Anyway, so this couple, by the time that orientation was over, they were letting them team, and Bay and Bay doesn't have any other team drivers, just that one couple. And I found out that a really cool thing is Bay and Bay is named for the 2 bay horses that used to pull their little wagons around, and I guess that's how long they've been around. They're not a real big company. They've only got about 500 trucks. And I'm not sure what percentage of that is lease purchase, owner operator, or company. But that's the 3 divisions that they have. And it seems like they've got plenty of miles. I haven't had a problem with that. I picked out a Kenworth because I want a Kenworth. I'm a Kenworth girl. I do love the Volvos. I'm sorry about all you people who hate Volvos, but I like them because they have so much storage room. I don't know. I'm crazy about storage room. I don't even need to have stuff to fill it up. Like when I have a rent house, it's just me. I've got 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, I don't care. I'll put something in those rooms, like at an office, a sewing room, what I can just spread out. I can have company. I can have a guest room. I can have a little she cave separate from the living room. Anyway, but I also now have 2 roommates, so I have none of that stuff. But anyway, my 2 roommates are pretty cool to have around, so we're a strange family, but we are a family. So, and they're guys, so they're home like all the time, and I'm not. So that's another reason I don't worry about, getting stalked, because, somebody's always at my house, and it's not usually me. Anyway, so Bay and Bay. Let's see. That's about it. Oh yeah. So they put me in this Kenworth, right? I picked out a Kenworth. It was a 2020, and they don't have refrigerators in their trucks, and they say it's because they come back nasty and dirty, But that's a bunch of BS. Everybody knows that. Who all has worked or heard of a place where they put refrigerators in the truck and they are not nasty? They might be a little, skinned up, but they're not so bad that the company can't invest in them. I think that what it is that, they don't want to invest in them for us. It's just extra expensive, does nothing for the company. So they do have power inverters in here, and that's pretty much it. Where the refrigerator goes, they just have, in the Freightliners, there's nothing, just a flat space behind the passenger seat. And it's got those belts in it like they have that goes over the microwave. So I could get like any size refrigerator and put it in here, because I have a Freightliner now. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But any size refrigerator from Walmart with a freezer in it, and a little upright one. And then I can also get like the shelves, the 3 plastic shelves, and put a bungee cord over that, and somehow keep there. So I'll have more storage space. So
new message has arrived.
Okay, good. That's my Qualcomm. So what? And the Kenworths, though, they have actually a shelf in there, so you have to have a special skinny refrigerator. And I don't know where to get that. If you get it from Kenworth, it costs like $1,500. I don't know. Anyway, y'all put it down in the comments, because y'all are real good about correcting me. And I like to be corrected. Plus, whatever I say, if people read the comments, then they get clarified. So, I got that Kenworth, and I took off, and I went to, I got an empty trailer from the yard, and I went to Irving to Mars, and I did a drop and hook, and I made it 20 miles into Oklahoma, and that sucker just, the red engine light, the little icon came on, and it said stop under it, and I thought, these trucks don't mess around, I've seen too many tread marks, skid marks from where people's brakes locked up, your little brake warning buzzer goes off, you best be stopping. So I thought the same thing. So fortunately there's exit 21, I think it was, right there, and it's a long exit, and before I got like to where the road, the exit ramp widened, I lost power, and so I had to steer it over to the side, no power steering. And I got out, and I looked at the fuel first, and I could see it in there, and I popped the hood, and I looked at all the fluids, and I looked at the belts, and I couldn't see anything wrong. And so I called breakdown, and they wound up towing me back to Denton. Okay, so that was my first day at work. Okay, so the next day I went in to see what was going on with my truck, and they said it wasn't getting fuel, and it's got to go to the dealership. That's the kiss of death, the friggin' dealership. They all move like, and I don't mean to offend any dealership people who are working here. I mean, who are watching this video, and they work in the dealership, and they are mechanics. But they move slower than turtles, okay, apparently. Because if your truck has to go to the dealership, it's more than likely going to be there for a week, 2, 3, who knows. Depending on back order of the parts and stuff, and how many people are in front of you. So that's why I have a driver mentor. I don't know if everybody gets one or if they just assign one to me. I mean, I don't mean like me because I'm me. I mean me because I'm a company driver. But yeah, they took one look at me and they said, oh my God, she's going to need a mentor. No, that's not what happened. But anyway, so he happened to be there when they towed me in. He was doing a 34 on the yard. And he said, see those Kenworths over there? They took our Kenworths away from us, and although they're getting new Kenworths in, a bunch of us with more seniority are going to get Kenworths first. So you should pick out one of those new Freightliners, because what happened with Bay & Bay was they ordered Kenworths but the Kenworths had those pack car motors in them, and they're all pieces of crap. So now they're selling them and getting new Kenworths in with, dang, I can't remember that kind of motor in them because I don't have enough testosterone. If I was a guy, I know I would remember it. Of course, it's not Cat. I don't think it's Detroit's. What else is there? There's one more I can't remember. Anyway, so that Kenworth that I picked out was a 2020, and this Freightliner is a 2022. So my junk is still, a lot of it's still just everywhere because it's Texas, and it was 97 degrees. And fortunately, the mechanic said they would help me because I'm like, well, I don't know. I don't really want to change trucks again because it's so hot and I'm so old, and oh my gosh. So they did help me, but we mostly just threw stuff in, me and Raul, and, they moved the microwave for me and everything, so the heavy stuff. But still, I've got this disorganized truck, and I put away enough stuff, but my idea of putting stuff away, aside from hanging stuff in the closet, was if it's a Walmart baggie with food in it, it got thrown up there. So I open the door and like food falls out and hits me on the head now because I haven't gotten up there to put it the right way. But so when I get my truck organized, then I'll give y'all a tour of it because it's different than the other ones. There's like a triangle over there on the passenger side, and like if I put the blinker on, the right blinker, and there's a vehicle over there, oh my gosh, it goes crazy. Like it thinks I'm going to move over onto somebody. At night, the sucker lights up the whole cab. Anyway, so it's got a little bit of different stuff on it, but it's still a Cascadia. They're just my least favorite. Well, I take that back. Probably Mac would be my least favorite. And I have driven a Western Star, and I was like, wow, there's nothing wrong with this. I thought because they're not very popular that there must be something wrong with them. But no, it's pretty cool. So anyway, God. Oh, now I'm upside down. How's that? Better? I keep on telling y'all when y'all watch my videos that I'm super unprofessional. I have never watched a video where that happened, and I don't even know how to edit anything, so I'm just going to leave it in there. Oh my gosh. Things are so funny. They're just so funny. You just got to laugh at stuff. So I guess that's it. I'll let y'all know when I start getting paid from Bay & Bay how much I make. I'm sure it'll be something, which will be an improvement from my last job. So, that's that. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be gone 3 weeks, and it's you get a day off for every 7 days out. But you can ask for more, more extended time off or whatever. So we'll see. The trucks have APUs in them, not Opti-Idle, so that's pretty cool. And we fuel mostly at Love's. We fuel at the big three, but we get the biggest discount at Love's. And they said it's like, I think he said it's like $1 or $2. It's a really big discount. So I'm at a Love's right now, and where am I at? Well, somewhere in Illinois, and it's raining. So that's that, and I will be back and let y'all know more later on. Everybody have a good night, and go do your thing, be safe, and have fun. Bye.